Hey everybody, and welcome back to Life with Lolo. It is time for our weekly recap of Life After Lockup. This is season 3, episode 20, and it was titled Lame Sex or Psycho. Alright, y'all. Let's just jump into this episode. I wasn't really thrilled about the episode. The episode really didn't give too much. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just kind of over the people, but it really was just like womp womp. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about the episode down there in them comments. But it's not gonna be a long review because, like I said, the episode really didn't give me too much of anything. So let's just start with Lindsay and Scott because I'm out. Each week we see them, I get over them more and more and more. I am over Lindsay. I am over Scott and his little lip. I am over both of them. Okay? Scott need to move back up to New York, get back on Wall Street, make his money, and leave Lindsay and Tarabelle in somebody's backyard in that camper because I am sick of both of them. Lindsay gets on my nerves because she keep acting like she's so high and mighty, like she don't got a whole bunch of secrets that she still ain't tell Scott, and she acting like he lying, and she's just doing too much for me. So anyway, we pick up where we left them off last week, where they still talking on the couch, and she's still like, look, you was hitting up my Facebook friends trying to get a reference and all this other stuff, and he going to ask the guy, like, I know you dated Lindsay such and such. Well, I don't even know if he said how long ago, but she said she dated the guy 6 years ago. I know you dated her a long time ago, and what's up with her or whatever, because I'm trying to figure out if I want to be in a long-term relationship with her. Like, why did y'all break up? Was it lame sex or was she psycho? First of all, who says that? And I'm just like, anyway, so the guy wrote back talking about something. No, she's cool. She just wasn't for me or whatever. So I wonder if the guy knew, because 6 years ago was the same time she said she was dating Tarabelle or whatever. So I wonder if that was why the guy broke up with her, because she wanted to do, be a poly relationship, and he ain't really want that or whatever. But at any rate, the dude came back like, we was cool, she just wasn't for me. So then Scott said, okay, well, it's like a bus or something. I don't know, child. I was just like, Scott, what in the world? So of course she mad. She like, you asking for references and stuff. Why would you do something like that? What do you want out of this relationship and stuff? And he like, well, look, I don't think you really here for me. I know you here because I provide a roof over your head, a roof over Molly Grace's head. But for real, I'm not really think that you into me like that. I really feel like you just want me to provide for you. And that's what we all think. Like, she is really not into Scott. She claims she loved him. She claimed, because even when he said, like, I think what you here for is for me to provide and all the other stuff, she didn't dispute it. Like, she didn't say, oh, no, that's not why I'm with you because I love you, yada, yada, yada. She didn't even dispute it or say, like, no, you wrong. She just let him say that or whatever. And then she was like, well, why are you with me? And then he was like, because I'm trying to build something with you. I'm trying to build a life with you, future lifestyle. I want you to be my wife. I want to grow old with you, or you get old and I get older. Like I just want to do those things with you on the front porch in the rocking chair, just swinging and sipping lemonade and stuff like that. Is that so hard to ask? That's not so hard to ask for little Scott. Can somebody give Scott that? He just want to be on the rocking chair with the lemonade. That's all he want to do. But at any rate, she like, so she got all this attitude and stuff, and then she gonna say that she invested 2 years into. He was like, you invested 2 years behind bars. I was like, ooh, Scott coming back with that fire. So then she was like, well, no, I had another pen pal that I really enjoyed, and I decided to go with you, and I gave up that pen pal when I could have been doing X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, why? Because that pen pal ain't have as much money as Scott had. Is that why you gave that pen pal up? Because if it was really for like love, or you really like that person, then you should have just went on with that pen pal and seen where the chips fell at. But no, you went on with Scott because he had the house and the money and all that other stuff. So girl, stop. So he just like, look, you be all on your phone, you be talking to Molly Grace, you be talking to Tara Bell, you be talking to everybody around here, and then when you got 30 minutes before you close your eyes at night, then you want to know what I'm doing and stuff like that. Like, you not really into me. And so she went into the room, was like, well, yeah, I'm lonely, and you gonna be lonely tonight because you gonna be sleeping on the couch, and yada yada yada. Then she go right into the room to prove his point and get on the phone. Child, then we see them next. She on the phone talking to Tara Bell, and she venting about, you know, what was going on and whatnot. And of course, Tara Bell all up Lindsay ass all on her side and whatnot. And then she like, well, has he ever told you the truth? Has he ever told you the truth? And he don't even have no money and stuff. And I'm like, what makes her think that Scott don't have no money? According to Scott, he got he was on, wasn't he on Wall Street or something like that? He had his own business. He still do have his own business. He had his own business out there in New York. He was in Wall Street or something like that. He made all this money. I think he got money. He's just not telling her how much it is, and I don't blame him, because as soon as she know how much money he got, boom, she locked in. She ain't going nowhere. So I don't blame him for not disclosing how much money he has and all this other stuff. Yeah, just because he riding around in an old pickup and old clothes and old sneakers don't mean that man ain't got no money. Rich people stay looking bummy and homeless and stuff like that, and they multi-millionaires. So she better get with the program. But at any rate, Tara Bell all like on her side, and she talking about something, she gonna start snooping in his stuff. And then he on the phone with his buddy Ed in the backyard. That backyard was huge. In the backyard, you know, venting to him, and he was trying to figure out, like, did he overstep his bounds and stuff. And Ed like, look how y'all met, you don't trust her. So I mean, maybe, but if this was any other circumstance or whatever like that, you'd have been out. Like, so you need to figure out what you're going to do or whatever. So he's still trying to figure out if their relationship is going to grow or something like that. But he said he's still concerned because of the whole manifesto that she wrote was basically their lifestyle right now. So who knows? I think he's still going to stay, because he's talking about he hopes something strengthens his relationship or something. I said, what? It's going to strengthen your relationship, Scott? What? So I don't know, child. Look, you need to listen to Ed and check up the deuces. Because Lindsay's talking about, well, I can't wait till you out here in the camper so I can have you to turn to when things get rough and stuff. So basically, when she get in an argument with Scott, she gonna fall in between goddamn Tara Bell legs and stuff. I'm so over Lindsay, because she act like, again, she's so high and mighty, but she out here lying. You out here lying. Destinie and Shawn, because they ain't even really have a whole lot going on, child. She basically stayed overnight in the hospital. They gave her some IV fluids and stuff like that. Gave her a pregnancy test. Shawn blowing up her phone. She said that he didn't call her about 60 times while she was in the hospital. And of course she ain't answer or whatnot, because she need her space, and she gonna talk to him when she want to talk to him. But right now she need her space. She need to be with her family. So she ended up going all the way to California to be with her sister. So that's what she arrives at with her sister. Her sister like, what's going on? How you feeling? So she was like, I am exhausted. I was in the hospital for 19 hours. Like, they took all this blood and stuff. And she was like, well, what's going on? Is you pregnant? She was like, no. Of course, it had to take 20 years and 20 nights for us to find out if she was pregnant or not. But she not pregnant. She just got like, what'd she say? A swollen intestine or something like that. Probably all that stress and whatever. And then she got IBS, that's irritable bowel syndrome. So who knows, child. But anyway, they gave her some medicine, gave her some IV and stuff. She said she just want to get her stuff, lay down, relax. Here comes Shawn, child. He, I'm still on the hold for that $50,000 or whatever. I'm just worried about Destinie. I got this call from the credit card people, and they wanted to know if I got a call, if I did a charge in California and stuff, and that's the card that Destinie has. So I still want her to get by and stuff. So I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna cut it off or anything. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna call her sister. So then he get on the phone with Brittany. I think that's the child name. He get on the phone with Brittany. He calling Brittany up. So Brittany, have you seen Destinie? She took all her stuff, and then she hasn't called me, and I've been trying to call her, and she just hasn't returned any of my phone calls. Have you seen her? What? No. Yeah, no, I haven't seen her. She just took all her stuff. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, she didn't say anything. She hasn't called you and stuff. And then he gonna tell us that he think that, what did he say? He said that he would hope that Brittany would tell him that not Lindsay, what's the child name? Destinie was there or whatever. I'm like, she don't owe you nothing. She owe her sister everything. She don't owe you anything or whatever. So of course Brittany lying. Destinie saying it right behind her, and Destinie like all this other stuff. So then he just asking, he like, well, what if I came to California, and we just rode around there and just looked for her and stuff, like just try to find her and stuff like that. She was like, well, I don't know her hangout spots. I don't know. So but I'm sure, like, if she comes around, I'll tell her to call you and everything. But you know how Destinie is. She just needs to clear her head and stuff. But I'm sure when she settles down and stuff, she'll give you a call and stuff, and it's gonna be all right. Okay, cause she has court in a couple of days, and I'm still on hold for this $50K. All right. Well, if I hear from her, I'll let her know to call you. Okay. I was just like, he gotta be the dumbest rock in the bunch. Like, kick him out of the garden. He is the dumbest rock. Like, what? You really think that Shawn is dumb? He deserves everything. I don't even have the energy to give to Shawn right now because he's just so stupid. Like, he is just so dumb. Cut the credit card off. You still got her just riding around on your dime in your car. And then you still own the hold for $50K. Now, what if she don't go to court? Because she a runner. So what if she don't go to court? You going to lose $50,000 over what? Then he going to say, well, he knows he's still engaged and he's still worried about her. She don't care about that ring. I'm surprised she ain't pawned the damn thing to get some money for the road. Like, come on now. I'm so over them too. Shawn's just so dumb. Oh, and then also, not Kelly. Destinie was telling the sister that he was lying about Kelly's phone number. Like, he deleted the phone number out his phone, I guess. And instead of, because he'll talk to Kelly every day or whatever like that. So he deleted her name, but of course her number still comes up or whatever like that. So he declined the call. She was like, well, who was that? And he was like, oh no, it's just Hector. So then she caught him calling Hector back the same number, but it wasn't no damn Hector. It was Kelly. I said that, see, this is getting even weirder and weirder and weirder. What we talking five, 6 times a day for now, Shawn? Now, come on now. I don't blame her. Like, I don't really like Destinie all that much, and I think she a user and all that other crap. But what you're not finna do is keep talking to your ex all the time, all day, all night, in front of me like that. Like, what we need to talk about all day, every day, 5 times, 6 times a day? Like, no, they ain't got texting and stuff. Like, get out of here. I ain't got time for that shit. Chevelle and Q. Let me tell y'all, this editing that they doing with Chevelle and Q is confusing the hell out of me. Because last week they was in an apartment. This week she back in her house. Who apartment was that? Whose apartment was that? Because at first I thought they moved into an apartment or something like that. Like, she stopped renting the house, which didn't make any sense. Because why would you go backwards unless you had like a big house and then it was just you? So then you wanted to move into an apartment or a condo or something like that. But that wasn't the case. So I'm so confused. Whose apartment was that? Somebody tell me whose apartment was that. Okay. So at any rate, she said she in the house with her mama and stuff like that, and the mama still got that yellow makeup on. They cooking some tacos and hamburgers. I don't know what they was cooking, but it was ground beef. The mama asking her how she doing, how she feeling and stuff like that, and she said that she, conflicted because Q keeps calling her and stuff like that, and of course her heart still belongs to Q, and she don't know how to really move on and stuff. So the mama like, I think she just need to move on. Oh, and then she said that she think maybe she should be single or something like that. So the mama's like, that's my girl. I think you should go on and move on. Like, you don't need to be putting up with this nonsense, and yada, yada, yada. So then she tells DeMark, the cousin, what was going on with the cheating and stuff like that. So DeMarc, he gonna come over there and put his foot down on all that other stuff. He gonna get in the business and whatnot. And he tells us that he was in jail for about 5 years or something like that. So he know how the jail thing go. He said that's all talk, that they be doing this big talk while they in jail because they ain't got nothing else to do. He said, yeah, I done told women I was gonna marry them and be with them. We was gonna start a life and all this other stuff, and that lasted for about 2 weeks after I got out of jail. So I know what was going on, but she ain't want to listen. He was like, look, you gave him the whole starter pack and he ain't appreciate that. So that tells me right there that he was just running game. Because when I got out of jail, I had to grind. I had to do all this stuff and yada, yada, yada. So he's telling her that. And she like, yeah, I know. And it was hard. And some other stuff. I don't know. But like I said, she in love with the man. Like, you can't help who the fuck you fall in love with, and you can't help that your heart may still be attached to them and all this other stuff. But they like, you need to move on, be single, yada, yada, yada. Delete his number, get his number, where the number at, let me see, show me the phone, show me on the phone where you deleted it at. So they telling her to delete the number. So, of course, she deletes the number. But if you text the person, or if you got... Come on now. The number is still in your phone regardless, unless you delete everything. Like, you delete the text messages, the everything, then okay. But if you just deleting the phone number, that don't do nothing. But at any rate, she delete the phone number, and her mama like, yeah, like my grandmom said, to get over one man is to get on top of another or underneath another or something like that. And I was just like, that is not no good advice. That is not good advice. And I hate when people say stuff like that. Like, that's just stupid to me. I never understood that. Like, how you gonna get over somebody by getting underneath somebody? Like, all you doing is rebounding, and you ain't even really clear you ain't even cleansed the old person from your body or your soul or whatever like that. Like, that's the stupidest advice ever. I hate when people say stupid shit like that. But at any rate, she said that she didn't really want to delete the number because she still want to be in a she want to be in a relationship. She don't know what could happen, basically. But she did delete the number, like I said. But at any rate, that was that. 1 second, y'all. All right, so Sarah and Mike. So this wasn't too much of nothing. And again, I don't even know why we following them, because I'm so over them. And yeah, I'm so over them. So Sarah talking to Malcolm about the court or whatever, because her and dumbass gotta go to court, I guess in a couple days or whatever like that, for custody, basically. So she's talking to Malcolm about how it might go down and yada, yada, yada. So she ends up going to the hotel that dumbass is staying at. So she goes to the hotel and she's talking to him, and she pops up, basically. He was like, oh, what you pop up on me for? First, she go in there talking about something, well, how many females you done had in here? My number 3 in this hotel room, or 3rd. Like, she was just doing the most. Like, just go over there and talk about what the hell you came over there to talk about. Why the fuck you worried about how many people he fucking if you not fucking them? Like, come on. So she goes in there and she sit down and they start talking about the court thing. At first he was like, oh, I thought you popped up to get poked. And she was like, no, like, I got a man. I'm not interested in that. So I was proud of her for that. But we know how Sarah falls backwards. So she want to talk. He like, well, look, I want 50-50 custody. She like, no, you don't need no 50-50 custody. You living down there in Miami. What the kids need to be going back and forth to Miami for and stuff like that. He was like, well, that's not the point. I want 50-50 custody. She, of course, don't want that. So I don't even understand what the purpose of her going to the hotel room to talk to this man about the custody thing for, when you could have just talked to him in court. Like, what the fuck? But at any rate, that's what she do. So he goes and calls and texts some girl or something like that to meet up with him, because she ends up leaving. He wants to talk to some girl. Then we saw some little clip where he gonna say he got the devil dick, and I pretty much believe that, because these women is tripping over this dumbass, and he is not even all that attractive. He has nothing. He has no job, no motivation, no fucking purpose, like nothing at all. So obviously he must got some good sausage that these women is all falling over for and all this other stuff. So that's what we saw, that little scene. And then he meets up with his friend named Haley. They got drinks and stuff, and they flirting. Of course, she like, are you single? He like, yeah, I'm single. What's going on? What's popping and stuff? He basically going to screw her or whatever like that. That's pretty much it. But yeah, it really wasn't a lot. This wasn't a lot. 1 second, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm back. All right, so last but not least, Andrea and Lamar. So Andrea FaceTime Lamar because she, doing her real estate stuff. So she about to sell this house. All we saw was the pool, so we don't know what the house looked like. But she just wanted to check in to see what they was doing and stuff like that. Priscilla is in the car with Lamar, and of course they're going to go meet up with the sister, his daughter, her sister, Shantae. So he still want this little baby to lie. I'm not good with that. I'm not with the whole thing of him trying to make this little girl lie. So this is ridiculous. Like, he really need to sit down with Andrea. And if Andrea is still under the whole thing where she don't want him to talk to his daughter, then she need to kick rocks. Because I mean, is trying to be in his child's life and you over here stopping him. Like, what kind of mother is you? Like, would you want that for your child, for your other two children? Like, what in the world? Like, what if their dad came around and stuff like that, and Lamar was like, oh, well, I don't want him to be around them or whatever like that? You would feel some type of way. So why was she doing it to him? I don't understand that. But at any rate, I don't like the whole situation of him having Priscilla lie and not tell his mother. That is ridiculous to me. The whole thing is just ridiculous, period. But at any rate, Lamar was telling us that Andrea don't like that he has past relationships before her. And I'm like, everybody got a past relationship. Like, as long as you're not sitting up there flaunting it or talking about what you did with this person and what you did with that person and how that person, like all that stuff, then what's the problem? And I don't think Lamar is that crazy enough to do that around Andrea. So what is her problem? Like, she act like he just popped out the jail and she was his only piece of cooch in forever. Like, girl, bye. But anyway, Priscilla asked, like, why does Andrea have an issue with him meeting up with his family or seeing his other family or something like that? And he was like, well, y'all grew up in Utah and we grew up in LA, and it's two different environments, and she's basically just trying to protect you. I did like that answer. So we get to the beach and stuff like that. Shantae is there. She did show up. And she's 27 years old. I don't know why I thought she was like 18. It said 27. That's on my TV. Well, I watched it on the app. But that's what it said on mine. But I thought she was like 16 3 years ago. Wasn't she 16 3 years ago? Y'all tell me. Because the thing said 27. I don't know if they got the age wrong or what, but I was like, 27? Well, how old is Lamar? Like, what in the, well, he did have her at 16. So, okay. Yeah, okay. So maybe he in his 40s or something like that. But I thought he was like in his 30s. I don't know. But, child, I said 27. I thought they just said the girl was 16 3 years ago. But at any rate, she sit down because he go get some ice cream and stuff. She sit down and talk to Priscilla. It was a cute little moment. Priscilla was happy that, she got to meet her sister. And she was like, now I can add you to my family tree. So that was a cute little moment that they had right there. Priscilla said that she's pretty and nice and she's happy that she's her sister. Then Shantae was telling us how she is real hurt and upset because Priscilla is getting to do the things that she wish she would have done with her father, but he was in jail, so she missed out on those things. And she was crying and stuff, and she was saying like she didn't even know what his voice sounded like and stuff like that. So that was kind of touching and sad. And but and then she told Lamar that too, and I can understand where she's coming from. Like, you see your sister basically, well, sister, because y'all share the same father, getting to do things that you wish you would have did or he would have did with you, but he was in jail and stuff like that. So I can understand why she said and whatnot. But Lamar said that nothing will pull them apart. So apparently he going to end up telling Andrea what happened between them. I hope so. But it's going to be dramatic and a whole mess, especially since he done pulled Priscilla into this whole don't tell your mama crap. So, child, that's going to be a mess. And then lastly, we saw Andrea with Tennyson. They was driving to meet up with this guy named Matt. She wants him to go into the mission. Tennyson is kind of like, I'm not sure, because a lot of things are going on at the house. And I don't know if my, what do you say, the basis of his faith or something like that, is intact for him to leave or whatever. And so they get to Matt's place, and she thinks that he's drifting away. He's more cynical because of being in LA and yada yada yada, because she don't think it got nothing to do with her and her shenanigans and whatnot. But they get in front of Matt, and Tennyson, you know, Tennyson gonna keep it real. He basically like, look, I don't feel like I should go over here to this mission, because she wants him to go to Ghana, he want to go to China. He like, I don't think I should go over to this mission for 2 years and y'all carrying on the way y'all carrying on in this house. And she like, you make it seem like I got a bad household or whatever. And he like, look, it's not that. It's the fact that y'all yelling and screaming and stuff. And I don't think I should have Priscilla still living in that house like that with y'all. And she like, oh, wow. So he, she basically wasn't listening to him or whatever. And child, he gets up and try to leave out to get some air. She go chasing after him, talking about something, you embarrassing me and all this stuff, whatnot. And it's like, it don't have nothing to do with you being embarrassed. It has to do with him and his feelings and how he's feeling about leaving his little sister. He wants to make sure his family is okay so he's able to focus on this mission. And she is not understanding that. She was just like, look, I'm going to give you some time to breathe or whatever, but you gonna go back in there and you gonna apologize to Matt. And he was just like, all right, whatever. Like, you not listening to me. And the fact that she's still forcing this boy to go into this mission and be a Mormon and all this other stuff is just ridiculous. Like, let this boy make up his own mind. She's still saying like he gonna do this mission regardless of what he think and yada yada yada. And I'm just like, she ain't wrapped too tight. And now child, I don't know. But if Tennyson, look, I don't know. Is he 18? He 18, ain't he? He 18, so he can make decisions for himself. And if he don't want to go on this mission, he shouldn't have to go on this mission. And Andrea gonna have to get over herself and realize she can't force this boy to do what she want him to do. And if he wants to go on a mission, maybe he can go later on in life when it's just when he feels right or he feels that he will be focused or whatever. He not saying he don't want to go. He's saying he not going right now because it's just not the right time. So she need to listen to him. I'm just like, poor Tennyson. And what happened to Nyla? Is she still in school? Did she graduate? What's going on with her? Because we ain't seen her in a while. But at any rate, y'all, that was the episode of Life After Lockup. Y'all let me know what y'all felt about it down there in them comments. If y'all like this review recap, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Hit the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. And also hit that subscribe button if you are not subscribed to my channel. All right, y'all. Until next time. Peace.